Yo, guys, I swear I just woke up today to the most news in this space I've ever seen. So, Suno Studio has a new update, and this is version 1.1. So, let me show you guys how I would use it. So, Suno Studio, to access this, it requires the highest plan. I think it's like $30 a month last time I checked. We're on version 1.1. All right, so here's a audio we generated before.
I wanna take you to a higher place. I wanna take you to a higher place.
And that's a remix of a remix of a remix. So let's left click and drag this in. And what we will do, the new feature here is you can left click on the actual audio and then create a cover. So before you would have to like do all this back and forthness. So let's switch this over to backing. Let's do lead vocal. So lead vocals create, or vocals creates more of a upfront lead vocal. So it's good for lyrics and just upfront vocals. If you want background oohs and ahs and stuff like that, do backing vocals. Those are better for that type of thing. We're going to say modern R&B in terms of the style. And then let's say introspective in terms of the mood. It's probably going to generate more of a minor type vibe. You can feed it lyrics. I just want to see what it does without the lyrics. And we're going to click where it says cover. So now we could do this straight in the actual track instead of dragging it out, doing all this stuff that we had to do before. All right, so now the generations are done. We can hear what these sound like.
I wanna take you to a higher place. I wanna take you to a higher place.
That vocal is crazy good. Now, what most people don't realize is this little +1, there's another take. So you can actually, here's the original one that we had.
I wanna take you to a higher place.
And now here's version 1.
I wanna take you to a higher place.
I will say the vocals sound way cleaner. So I don't know if that's because of the whole Warner Music thing, but the vocals sound way, way, way cleaner on this one.
I wanna take you to a higher place. I wanna take you to a higher place. I wanna take you to a higher place. I wanna take you.
So I don't know if they did something to the underlying generation, but that sounds way cleaner than I'm used to.
I wanna take you to higher faces. I wanna take you to higher faces. I wanna take you to higher faces. I wanna take you.
Now that one gives me the most lift, like it makes me feel like I'm floating, but I do like the quality of the other one. So I think to commit this, we can either left click and drag it up or just drag it to its own track. Let's drag it to its own track. Actually, let's hit Control Z. Let's drag that. I always do this wrong. Let's drag it to its own track. Okay, so now we have that. Let's generate another track. And here we're going to go to woodwinds. Now this only works apparently if you have audio in studio, because I just tried to do it without audio and it said this create button was blocked out. So I guess you need audio in here for this to even have the create button. Long story short, you're going to generate audio, drag it in to the studio, and then do this next step. So here I want a very specific thing. So if you guys want a cheat code, type in R&B flute. This thing never misses. And if it misses today, then something changed, but it used to never, ever, ever miss. It comes up with the craziest melody backing. So let's type in R&B flute and hit create. Another cool thing is they've added this EQ. For those who don't understand what EQ is, basically our voice has not only one frequency, but a ton of frequencies. And with an EQ, we can shape what's called the harmonic content of those frequencies. So let's say my voice has a very specific nasally tone. I can go inside this EQ and pull out that nasally tone without affecting the other stuff. Or I can make my voice more boomy. Okay, so you could do a bunch of stuff with the EQ. It doesn't generate frequencies, however. It just simply turns stuff up that already exists or it turns stuff down that already exists. It's not going to add the color pink to a blue picture, basically speaking. All right, so here's the woodwinds.
I wanna take you to higher faces. I wanna take you to higher faces. I wanna take you to higher faces. I wanna take you.
So Suno definitely has the wow factor. I don't know what kind of science they use to arrange this stuff, but they definitely have that magic thing that just wows me every single time. I have no idea how they do it. Let's add some percussion in here. Let's add congas and bongos. And I won't overkill this like idea. I just want it to be very subtle, but I just want to show you guys what you could do inside of here. Now, after I generate this, before we do this, actually, let's switch to the other take of the flute just to hear what it created.
I wanna take you to higher faces. I wanna take you to higher faces. I wanna take you to higher faces.
That was crazy, bro. Let's run that back.
I wanna take you to higher faces. I wanna take you to higher faces. I wanna take you to higher faces. I wanna take you.
They did something under the hood. They definitely did something. I don't know if they're going to tell us what they did under the hood, but they did something under the hood. This doesn't sound like Suno V5 that I heard before. This sounds a little bit different. Maybe because I'm on speakers, it just feels so much more like. And again, we have these multiple takes on the left side here. So that you can arrange these. So if you like that one, you could even drag that out, create a whole nother track. So let's just do that. Okay, so now we have one, let's click out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And where is this one? Did I? Oh, wait. This. Now I'm forgetting which one. Wait. So many tracks going on. I don't think we need this one, right? The top one. Am I going crazy? Oh, I know why I'm going crazy, because the bongos are playing. Okay, that's why. So for example, if you wanted to EQ the bongos and congas right inside of Suno, you can add this little EQ to the left, to the right. And I can brighten it up. Let's go to the flute. It's going to cut out the lows on the flute. Now, I'm being super careful how I EQ, because I don't want to teach you guys that you need to EQ. You don't need to EQ anything. I found that Suno is very, very balanced when they generate their audio. So rarely do you have to EQ, only if you need or want to EQ inside of Suno Studio, should you. Normally, I would do this inside the DAW. So let me just do a couple more things. Let's do a high pass filter at 80 hertz. This is very common for all vocals to high pass at 80 hertz. Just to prevent any flaws in the vocal. Not mandatory though. Do not copy that setting thinking that will save everything. Now what you could do is go to export and then go to multi-track. Apparently this got even faster before. Wow, that was very fast. Okay, so that was a matter of milliseconds. It generated the multi-tracks, and then you could use those multi-tracks and drag them straight into your DAW. The only thing you would need at this point is the BPM in the bottom left here. So make sure you guys grab this BPM. That's why I set mine to manual mode, so I know for sure the BPM. Let's drag this into Logic Pro. All right, so let's save the multi-tracks on your desktop. You could double click, okay, to open this up in the folder, and just highlight this and drag it straight into Logic Pro just like that. We're gonna create new tracks. And again, as long as you're at 93 BPM, it's fine. So let's turn the metronome on. And let's mute these double bongos. Now, to be fair, the vocal was not at 93. Okay, so I just set the project to 93. So actually, that's not going to match because the vocal wasn't at 93. So I'm muting the tracks that we didn't actually use. I love that Suno knew to match the vocal and not just the BPM that I arbitrarily threw into Suno. Because again, the vocals were not set to 93. That was me just typing in a value. So I'm glad they have this technology where they can determine the actual groove regardless of any human error. And now we can add, a bunch of effects. I'm just going to add a bunch of stuff just to show you guys how you can really sauce this up. So this is not a mixing tutorial. I'm just throwing stuff in just to show you guys how much fun you guys can have with this. how quick this is. And then we can add reverb. We can do all the cool stuff here. This is where you customize and really create your own vibe. Let's just add a reverb in here. So again, I'm just clicking on random settings. We're not going too ham with this. Let's add some reverb on the vocal. Let's do the same thing for the bongo. Add a little expander. So just like that, we liven this up in a matter of like. Like, bro, I'm telling y'all. And that's off a quick mix. I'm telling y'all, you're going to have so much fun with this new update. Shout out to Suno for dropping Suno Studio 1.1. All right, y'all, go to busyworksbeats.com/Suno. That basically lets them know that you came from this YouTube. All right, y'all, peace.